Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi everyone. I am so excited to introduce and to welcome. I meant to say to welcome. Wow, like I'm already messing up. Like to welcome my. I don't even know like what it is. 40 plus subscribers that I got. Like wow, I think I had like 108 or 115 or something, and I have like 159, probably 160 at this point. You got. Yeah, I look. I'm at a loss for words, and this is like my third time trying to freaking film this video. But anyways, it's worth it because of you guys and because of Allah even giving me this chance. And I guess He answered my dua for wanting requests on what to do with my channel and what kind of videos to make next, because I want to make sure that it's authentic to both me and what I want to talk about, obviously, as well as what Allah is okay with. And it's just, you know, also importantly, what you guys would like to see from me moving forward, because this is no social experiment. This is something I plan on, you know, inshallah, like maybe turning into a non-profit or something. Inshallah, I don't know, like in the future. Like I don't know, like I want this to be something really meaningful. So you guys, thank you so much. I don't even have the words to describe like how appreciative I am of this. Like you guys, you seriously don't understand. But anyways, without further ado, I will be doing this video, The Throne of Allah, mind-blowing, from Merciful Servants, from one of my comments I just randomly selected. And I thought it was one of the first comments, but apparently not. So sorry if that's not true. I don't know how I thought this was one of the first comments I got in my last video, like one of my last requests. I mean, one of my first requests. I don't know. But ever since that first request that I got, it was actually the first request that I got, it's what inspired me to even start this series on my channel. And obviously, I just love the Quran like more than anything. It's my favorite book, obviously. Like I probably didn't even really read enough before it. So, and there was a comment asking, am I a revert ? Like, say it like it's a bad thing. I don't know, just have a feeling through this computer screen that you don't really think that that's like somehow like I'm not qualified. I just somehow feel like you think I'm not qualified to be Muslim or something. Like, no, I'm technically not a revert, but yes, I am, because if you would scroll down and see my first video, it's like my journey back to Islam. So anyway, go watch it and you'll find out. Yeah, so if you guys want to know any more about me and like my background, even though I have a few videos on that, if you want more details, email me, tell me to do a Q&A video, whatever you guys will like, let me know, because I will be here all week, you know, because I have no life. Okay, let me shut up. So what we're going to be reacting to is I just said from this subscriber of mine, inshallah, they're a subscriber. Like, inshallah, like they're a subscriber. Anyways, thank you so much, Alhamdulilah, for everything. Like, Happy New Year again. I know, like, girl, shut up, it's the 4th. Okay, but seriously, guys, like, I just want this year to be, like, productive. I want this to be real. Like, I want to, I don't know, like, calm down my ADHD or something and just, like, talk to you guys, like, in, like, a straight line for once in my life. Like, I just want this channel to just keep growing. So anyways, once again, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for everything. And yeah, and I also have an honorable mention that I'll be bringing up related to the Throne of Allah, actually, at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Without further ado, let's go. They're saying it won't show you anything of the unseen world. It's like, yeah, I know. That's good. يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي.
All the praise is for Allah.
Just a clarification, I'm so mad I didn't mention this earlier. I've seen this video. I don't know why I didn't say this. I don't know why I haven't said it. Okay, I've seen this video before, okay? Like I said, I am Muslim. I grew up Muslim, but I was just never practicing as much as other Muslims. I grew up in America. You know, like, I have a certain background that's just different. So, I would have watched a lot of videos, and this is one of them. But, yeah, I just wanted to mention that really quickly. Like, I haven't watched this video already, by the way, guys. But anyways, yeah, it's only 14 minutes. Let's go. I'm sorry. But it's a wonderful video. I don't remember everything in it, and it's very educational, particularly for actual reverts who know nothing about Islam. I think it's very, very telling, and yeah.
Who is the author of all existence and the most generous to his creation, while he is also the all-compelling. He is the only one worthy of our worship, having no partners, no associates, no sons, no daughters, no one whom he must consult, and no one or anything which has any comparison with him. All the praise is for Allah, who is the King of all who claim sovereignty, the only one who has the right to legislate for his creatures. He is the giver of life. He is the causer of death, while death has no effect upon him, because he is the ever-living, the self-subsisting, the eternal and the only absolute. All the praise is for Allah, who has power over all things, and there is in reality no power and no strength, no influence to cause benefit or detriment except through him. It is he who created this complex world, the seen and the unseen, the evident and the speculative, the earth and all that is on it and everything that is in it. It is he who sent his messengers and prophets, alayhimus salam, with the common message of strict monotheism, which simply means that there's absolutely no one worthy of worship, no one worthy of our obedience except the Almighty, the One, the Absolute, and who has no partners.
The earlier messages which changed the world in the area in which the prophets were sent, those messages we know have changed, and even the prophets who brought them, their names are now lost. We just know in general because Allah told us in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ يَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. I've sent to every nation a messenger, calling people to worship Allah alone and to avoid the worship of false gods. This essential message has been preserved in Islam in a way that it was never preserved before. Not because the message was different, because it was the same message, but because of the fact that there would be no other prophets who would come after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore that message now had to be protected. It had to be preserved in a way none of the earlier messages were preserved.
I will tell you this, what you say you have come to know 40 years back, and what you call the Big Bang is already mentioned in the book which I read, the glorious Quran. It's mentioned 1400 years ago in Surah Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 30, which says, Avalam yaral lazina kafaru. Do not the unbelievers see, anna samawati wal arda, kanat ratkan fataqnahuma, that the heaven and the earth were joined together and we clove them asunder. What you're talking about, the Big Bang,
I try to imagine compressing a spring. I push it closer and closer and closer together so it's smaller and smaller and smaller, and I've stored a tremendous amount of energy in that spring, and when I let it go, it bursts out, it bursts out, it bursts out.
the creation of the universe, which you came to know 40 years back, is already mentioned in this book, the glorious Quran, 1400 years ago. Who could have mentioned that in the Quran? So the atheists will say, maybe someone wrote, maybe it's a fluke, maybe it's a guesswork.
A human being, regardless of who they are, or where they are, or what they do, will have this curiosity. They'll want to know, why am I here? How did I get here? And do I have a purpose? And if so, what is it? The only one who would really be able to answer that question would be the Creator himself. If there is a Creator, it would be up to him to tell us why we were created and what he expects from us and what this life is really about. Allah has shown the people from the time of Adam until right now has shown the people what he wants from them. And it's a very simple thing, and that is that worship be for him alone without any partners. In fact, we know this life to be a test from Almighty God. That's why we're born, and that's why we die, because there has to be a beginning and an end for us to be tested on. The next life, after this life, no one will ever die again. A bad person or a good person. Both are brought back and they continue to live in the next life, either in good shape or not so good shape, depending on how they did on the test. The worship of the God of Abraham, that was what was taught by these prophets.
The Lord of the Arsh and Kursi. We're talking about the Lord of the worlds. Alhamdulilah Rabbil Alameen. We're talking about the Lord of the entire universe and beyond. The entire universe and beyond. You know, we live in this dunya and we are fascinated with this dunya which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indeed has created in a beautiful manner. We're fascinated. There are over billions of people which live on this dunya at this moment in time. Over 6 billion people that live on the dunya at this moment in time. This dunya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so big that there is space in this dunya for billions and billions and billions or more people. But what is this dunya in comparison to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created out there? This dunya is insignificant. This dunya is meaningless to Allah. It means nothing. It is worthless. So worthless, compare it with the sun. The sun is one star. You know more science than me. You'll be able to tell me better. Take this planet Earth and you place it inside the sun, and you will be able to place 1.3 million Earths in the sun. 1.3 million Earths in the sun. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. The sun is one star. One star. There are stars out there which are millions of times bigger than the sun. You tell me this, that you need millions and millions of stars to make one galaxy. And then you tell me this, that there are zillions of galaxies out there. Let me tell you on top of this, my friend, after this, whatever you see above, when you raise your head and you look above, whatever you see above, the zillions and zillions and zillions of galaxies, let me tell you, everything there is within the first heaven. Everything there is within the first heaven, and Allah is the creator of 7 heavens. 7 heavens. And the distance between the first heaven and the second heaven is 500 years. You know, the distance that can be covered in 500 years, at what speed? Only Allah knows. Only Allah knows. But it will take 500 years to get from the first heaven to the second heaven. 500 years from the second to the third, third to the fourth, fourth to the fifth, fifth to the sixth, sixth to the seventh. Every time it will take 500 years. After the 7 heavens, وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. You all read the Ayatul Kursi. You all know the Ayatul Kursi. After this, you have the Kursi of Allah. You have the chair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know these 7 heavens that we've just talked about, in comparison to the Kursi of Allah, they're non-existent. They're meaningless. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given an example in a hadith, just to give us a little bit of understanding with regards to the 7 heavens in comparison to the Kursi of Allah. Take a ring from your finger, take it off, the small ring that you have, and place it, let's say, in a desert, the Sahara Desert. It's the biggest desert in the world. You know that ring that we take off from our fingers and place it in the Sahara Desert? What comparison is in between the ring and the Sahara Desert? Nothing. Nothing. The 7 heavens is the ring, and the kursi of Allah is the Sahara Desert. After the kursi of Allah, you have the arsh of Allah. وَكَانَ أَرْشُهُ عَلَى الْمَاءِ. You have the arsh of Allah. Again, Rasulullah has explained, so just so that we can understand. Take the ring, place it in the desert. This time, the ring is the kursi and the arsh is the desert. What is the kursi in comparison to the arsh of Allah? Nothing. Then you have angels which carry the arsh of Allah. Their heads are in the 7th heaven and their feet are in the lowest earth. My friends, then you have the Lord of the Arsh al-Kursi. لا تدركه الأبصار وهو يدرك الأبصار وهو اللطيف الخبير. He is beyond the size of Allah, who Allah is, what Allah is. The greatness of Allah is beyond the comprehension of my little mind. This is the being that you and I are messing with.
Alhamdulillah. So, you guys, so besides all the ads and all the editing I'm gonna have to do, as you can see, the light went out. Now, actually, before you get scared, oh my gosh, is this Satan trying to like stop the message? Actually, no. It's just this house I'm living in with my family right now. Yeah, we've had this house for years. I really didn't want to tell you guys anything about my living situation, but here goes. Like, it's 13 years old now, so there's been a lot of issues happening recently, and that's not like 20 years old or anything, but for a house, yeah, like our power is having issues. So I was actually volunteering to get hours for this Habitat of Humanity program so that they can come out and help us repair this issue. But I do like how it did go out. But what's something that's funny is it hasn't gone out for hours. You guys might actually get like a little freaked out by this. It hasn't gone out for hours. Like I know a way to turn it back on, but I didn't want to stop the video. Try to basically I had to turn the dryer on. Yeah, it's really embarrassing. I didn't want to go do that because I already spent way too much time preparing for this video, and I just feel like either one, Allah was mad at me for preparing too much. Maybe he really doesn't like makeup. Alhamdulilah. Or number two, it really is Satan. And the reason I say shaitan is because at the beginning of this video, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, literally after hours of it not going out, even though we had an incident yesterday, like whatever, it's been happening like almost every day. I know it's been happening every day, but it's like literally, I'm like, you're just gonna, you saw it, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Nobody came in here and turned the light off. There was no jump skip. This was no edit. But before I like move on to like the next part of my video, that I didn't want to briefly talk about for my upcoming video. I just want to say, like, you guys, as soon as I started this, like, no, before I even hit play, before I even hit start on the camera, literally the lights went out. I turned on my light, my little, like, it's not even a ring light, but I turned on my little lamp, and, you know, my phone light, like, and as soon as I was gonna hit start, literally the lights, like, boom, they went out. So I mean, like I said, I know it's like a faulty thing, but it's just crazy how it hadn't happened for hours. I was getting prepared, and all the time I was getting prepared, it was like blinking a little, but it didn't go out until I was about to hit play. Start on the camera. So I'm like, bro, like, what the freak is going on? Like, so I'm just gonna ignore that, with Shaitan or not, because like I said, it's really just the house. But we do know that he exists, and he might be trying to sabotage this video. I don't know, but I wasn't about to go running downstairs just to fix it. Like, you guys, if you want to rock with me, you gotta rock with me, ghetto and all. We're just gonna do this. If you guys like me that much, you're gonna deal with it. I'm just kidding. Astaghfirullah. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, but I do briefly want to mention this. So this is from, I'm just gonna jump right into it because I gotta go. Allah in the Cosmos. Allah in the Cosmos. Allah's Throne Time Part 2 is something I really want to talk about. Even though it says Part 2, this is like the most important video. I don't even know where Part 1 is. It doesn't seem to be one. I don't know, you guys. But you guys, and this is from, I thought it was from the same channel that had like 4 million subscribers. No, the Merciful Servant. This is actually Beyond the Lot Tree, so whatever that means. Yeah, so they have like 42,000. Go ahead and subscribe to them, and go ahead and add to that number, you guys, as well as mine, inshallah, if you don't mind. Because like this, okay, but I'm just gonna play this clip like really quickly, because like there's a discrepancy I found, because I don't know where they got, and it's not with the Quran. It is with this video, okay? And just listen to what they have to say really quickly.
At the throne where Allah has decided to be, time is passing very slowly. So slowly that when you think about it, it hurts your mind. Time is relative. So in throne time, a day is equivalent to about 2.3 billion Earth years. At this moment in throne time, it is still the 6th day on the 11th hour. Midnight is approaching.
Okay, so anyways, I'm going to stop it there. See how it says 2.3 billion Earth years is a day equivalent, you know, in throne time. And where is Allah? He is on the throne currently. Yes, he's close to, you know, he's spiritually close to us. He's seeing everything that's taking place. But anyway, I just want you guys to pay attention to that. 2.3 billion Earth years. Okay, so before I'm making you any more confused than I was, in watching this particular video, which I just thought was fascinating. This is one I really wanted to talk about, but I realized it wasn't the one that was requested, so I'll talk about it in the next video, and then I'll continue with the requests. Okay, sound good? Okay, I love you guys. Thank you. So I went to this website. It's called Islam Questions and Answer .info. So islamqa.info, so go check it out. So somebody had asked on the website, they'd asked the question, is a day with Allah 1,000 years or 50,000 years? So I don't know where they got 50,000, but this person says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Assalamu alaikum, please answer, this is very important. Does Allah say that a day, because I do remember this in the Quran myself, and just recently, so I was like, is it 1,000 years or is it 2.3 billion? Hello, somebody help, because it's a huge difference. There's a discrepancy like with the video, so I just wanted to mention this before, like, you know, reacting to the video, because you guys know I try to be a little, like, I try to be like as thorough as possible. Like I'm trying. Like I'm trying. So okay, so it said, does Allah's day equal 1,000 human years from Surah 22 7 or 50,000 years from Surah 70? So apparently there's 2 different ones. So they said, praise be to Allah, Sheikh Muhammad, I cannot say all that name, says, and verily a day with your Lord is 1,000 years of what you reckon. This is from Al-Hajj, if you guys know that surah. Okay, from Surah Al-Hajj 22:47, indicates that the length of a day with Allah is 1,000 years. Same is indicated by the ayah interpretation of the meaning. He arranges every affair from heavens to earth, and the affair will go up to him in one day. Okay, the space thereof is 1,000 years of reckoning. This is from Al-Sajda. So these are all from different surahs, but I'm focused on Al-Hajj because it says a day with Allah is 1,000 years. So anyways, you guys, I really just want to point that out. Another ayah indicates something different interpretation of the meaning. The angels and the Ruh, Gabriel, Angel Gabriel, ascend to him in a day, the measure whereof is 50,000 years. So even if that's the case, as it's pointed out by God's words through Gabriel himself, in the Quran, it's like, okay, so where did they get, I'm confused, where is this throne time? This must be some hadith I don't know about. But I just wanted to mention that before I like even reacted to this video, you guys, because like, you guys, like, it's kind of like a weird discrepancy I have, and I don't know where they got this information from. And I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like we have 6 days. Is 6 days before the day of judgment 2.3 billion years? Or is it like a couple thousand years? Because I'm confused. I genuinely don't understand. But my light is dying and I'm dying. So I'm just going to come back to this, you guys. And so this, you know, it just goes on to talk about the day of resurrection. Depends on whether the person is a believer or a kafir. Okay, but like even with all that being said, like there's no like mention here related to the Quran, you know, God's word, about like billions of years. So I'm very confused. And if there's like a hadith that specifies that, then I don't see why it wouldn't go in line with what the Quran said. So you guys, I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see. I really do love you guys, and thank you so much for, I don't even know how many more subscribers, 15 more subscribers. Alhamdulilah. I'll put the number on the screen here. I already have to do way too much editing because of all the ads in between this video, because honestly the ads are only popping up because this channel is so popular. I did not know that Merciful Servants had 4.25 million, you guys. Anyways, you guys, without further ado, I will not keep holding you guys. This video is probably way too long already. Without further ado, if it rhymes, it must be true. Love you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Bye. Stay tuned for my next video.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم